Let's take a look at the themes we will study during our time together. Growth, conflict, oppression, resistance, and compromise. Let's first start with growth. Growth is the process of expanding in size. So it's basically when something gets bigger. Okay? We have some synonyms here in the top corner: evolution, increase, expand, progress. We have a visual that represents growth. Example sentence in the bottom corner, an opposite term. So the opposite of a synonym is an antonym. So the opposite of growth is decline, decrease, diminish, or shrink. Okay, so this is our first theme. You can see that the themes will be presented using the Freyer model, which is a different method than we saw with the term theme. Okay. Second theme, conflict, taking opposing action, failure to be in agreement. The best way to understand themes is first look at the synonyms. Okay, so another word for conflict is disagreement or problem. Okay, you may not be as familiar with discord and dissent, but that's the first tip to understanding the term or the concept is check out the synonyms. Okay, you can check out the visual that helps shape the concept in your mind. And then we have an example sentence. The conflict between the students was solved by peaceful discussion with a counselor. That one's very student friendly, easy for students to understand. And then we have the opposite terms in the bottom corner. Oppression, oppression, the cruel use of power or authority by one person over another. Okay, so the key to understanding oppression is that it is a cruel use of power. Okay, it's meaning to be hurtful, right? That's the point of oppression. Is its goal was hurtful to another entity. Synonyms are injustice, abuse. Those are too familiar to students. A sample sentence: oppression is visible in these images showing slave owner control over the enslaved. So this is an image of an enslaved person's back. Those are scars from their lashings where they were whipped by their owner. And then we have opposite in the bottom corner, antonyms in the bottom corner. Next is resistance, to take a stand against a force or idea, to oppose a stronger force. So a very similar definition as you would study in Science 8, but the way it's applied is different. In science, you're actually studying the resistance between two objects on each other. In social studies, we think of the idea of resistance of actions led by people to fight against an action or an idea. Okay, so a synonym to resistance is to fight against, okay, or to block something or obstruct. So we have a Black Lives Matter image that captures their resistance. This was a form of resistance that happened in 2020, kind of carrying on into 2021. We have a sample sentence in the bottom corner and antonyms as well. Some students are resistant to attend school daily because they do not see the value in it. So resistance meaning they fight against attending school, right? They don't want to go. Okay. And the last one is compromise. Compromise uses ideas from each side to settle a disagreement, which results in mutual agreement, meaning both sides agree. Synonyms are settlement, to bargain, or a deal. You can think of a compromise as a deal. Okay, a deal that's made between all the opposing sides. One compromise I would make to play soccer is waking up an hour earlier every day. Okay, so the compromise made is I give up some sleep and what I get to do is play soccer.